Coming up on this week's episode of WJMH Reports, Screaming Eagle, the student-run auto body shop, announces being open to the public.
Then, a speaker recently visited JM to speak to the students and adults in the community.
Finally, Jefferson Avenue comes together and brings cozy fall vibes.
Stay tuned for that and more on WJMH Reports.
Welcome to this edition of WJMH Reports. I'm JJ Brown.
And I'm Chevy Large.
The Screaming Eagle Auto Shop is open for business. Here's WJMH reporter Ash Roth with our top story.
The student-run auto shop is open to the public and able to help its community.
This program works with the community for many mechanical needs while also working with other CTE programs. The ability to work on community cars helps the students grasp real-world techniques. Students perform maintenance and repair work on local vehicles brought in. All of this is thanks to automotive technology instructor Jared Ulrich, who is awarded the Carl J. Schaefer Memorial Career and Technical Education Award, which shows his dedication to more than just teaching students how to fix cars.
Cahoots, using memory tests, things like that, to just kind of get the kids seeing the right vocabulary, seeing the right words they're going to be using, and then it helps me teach. Because in the automotive industry, a part can be called 3 different things.
Some graduates have even went into the auto body workforce thanks to this CTE program. Students have the opportunity to earn valuable industry-important credentials such as the National Institute for Automotive Service Excellence, or the ASE. These are very good life and trade skills which help for the future. It really prepares them for a real career in auto tech. Auto tech student Brody Allman sees the benefit to fixing things himself.
I think it's going to benefit me for the future as far as not having to pay someone else to do it for me. That's really why I took this class, and I think so far it's proven to be exactly what I thought.
Life skills and mechanical know-how help students' futures, not just in fixing vehicles, but in home repair and management of tools and property. The shop teaches lots of hands-on skills, such as oil changes, tire rotations, and brake services.
The experience gained in this program is irreplaceable to the students.
Thanks, Ash. To schedule an appointment, please reach Ulrich at jrulrich@k12.wv.us. Again, that's jrulrich at k12.wv.us.
On September 13th and 14th, there was a Patriots and Heroes event held at the St. Jude Park for the community. There were many food trucks that included a hibachi grill and some ice cream for anyone who would like it. There was also a concession stand with different varieties of drinks and food. Kids were also able to enjoy an obstacle course at the event. Cockayne House Executive Director Kara Gordon wanted to honor Sam Cockayne by starting this event. While it was originally for World War II veterans, the event has expanded to honor all veterans. Later in the day, the community got to meet veterans as well as see and reenactments. This was an educational and fun time for everyone in attendance.
This month, Grandview is hosting a spooky glow golf course for Halloween. Join Grandview on Saturday, October 11th and Saturday, October 25th for a dark and spooky night. The cost is $7 for a club and golf balls, and there will be drinks and ice cream for purchase. It'll be a full 18-hole course for you to play and hang out with your friends and family for a friendly competition. A reminder that the course is going to be dark and glowing elements to guide you through your way. Come out and try something new, and don't forget to invite your friends and family. Grandview is looking for schools, businesses, and communities to come together for the Halloween spirit. Grandview's Trunk or Treat is on Saturday 25th, and get ready for a spectacular evening with your friends and family. The time for this event will start at 6 to 7 p.m. Costumes are not needed, but it is encouraged. Whether you're handing out treats or filling up your candy bag, this is the event you won't want to miss. To host a trunk, call the main office at 304-845-9810. Again, that is 304-845-9810 to host a trunk. On Friday, October 3rd at 10 a.m. is the start of a 3-day used book sale at the Moundsville Marshall County Library. This sale will also take place on Saturday, October 4th and Monday, October 6th. Both Friday and Monday will run from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., while on Saturday, the event will take place from 10 a.m. to noon. Most of the items will cost only 50 cents to $1, and on Monday you can get a bag of books for $3. This event is sponsored by the Moundsville Women's Club, and all proceeds will benefit the library. The goal for this event is to provide affordable books for the community and support local organizations and charities.
Coming up next on WJMH Reports, we'll take you to a new cafe which not only wants to serve up coffee but also bring the community together.
We'll be back with more stories on WJMH Reports after this break.
Injured in an accident? We're ready to help. Chat with a legal representative now at gkt.com or contact our office for a free consultation. Need help? Get help. Get GKT.
We've got more news now on WJMH Reports. I'm JJ Brown.
And I'm Chevy Large.
Look or Looking Out for Our Kids is a speaking event hosted by Marshall County Board of Education. Marshall County hosts 2 events each year, one in the fall and one in the spring. WJMH reporter Taylor Morgan was at the latest event and has more information.
Caleb Joseph was the speaker for this fall's event. Joseph talked about his past, including all the troubles he had growing up. The morning of the event, he took time to speak with John Marshall and Cameron High School's juniors and seniors. His favorite thing about speaking with the kids is seeing them realize they can say what happened out loud.
Seeing the look of realization in their eyes when they're able to have words to describe experiences that they've had bottled up for so long.
In the evening, Joseph spoke to a group of adult community members. He spoke about how to help the kids with their mental health as well as vulnerability and how to be more aware.
I think if they could take away one thing, it would be that everything you truly want in life is on the other side of vulnerability. It doesn't come without risk, and the sooner we can develop a relationship with all the uncomfortable feelings, the better we become at navigating those risks.
If you would like to learn more about Joseph, you can visit his website at selfhelptour.com. Again, that's selfhelptour.com. You can also follow him on social media, TikTok or Instagram. Reporting from John Marshall, I'm Taylor Morgan with WJMH Reports.
Thanks, Taylor. The next Look Speaking event has been announced. It will be held on Tuesday, March 17th with Dr. Jim Harris. Marshall County is hosting fall dumpster cleanup days throughout October and November. All Marshall County residents are invited the day of the event from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. The first cleanup days will be held on October 3rd and 4th at Moundsville's Sam Shaw Walking Trail and as well as Glendale City Garage. Also on October 4th, an e-recycle will be held at the John Marshall High School North parking lot. Items that will be accepted on this day include car and light truck tires, 17-inch and smaller, white goods, electronics, computers, air conditioners, humidifiers, dehumidifiers, televisions will not be accepted. Later on October 10th and 11th, Benwood will have a cleanup day at the City Maintenance Garage as well on McMecken at the old football field. Finally, in October, Sherrard and Limestone will host cleanups on the 25th. You can visit either Hilltop Elementary or Route 250 Volunteer Fire Department headquarters on this date. Some items that will not be accepted include tires, white goods, scrap metals, car parts, fuels, hazardous chemicals and materials, and household trash. Be prepared to show proof of Marshall County residency for this event. For more information, please contact Marshall County Solid Waste Authority at 304-780-9866. Again, the number is 304-780-9866.
The Moundsville Rotary Club and Marshall County Resources Network are once again hosting Gifts for Grandparents. This event allows you to give nursing home residents gifts that they usually wouldn't receive. It's $30 to make a donation, and they'll receive full-size hand cream, lotion, a pair of cozy socks, yummy candies, and other little gifts. Orders are due Saturday, November 1st. If you have any questions or would like to donate, call Sharon Welch at 304-281-9971 or email swelchmk@comcast.net. Again, that's 304-281-9971 and swelchmk@comcast.net.
Last month, the West Virginia Secretary of State, Chris Warner, visited several schools across the state, including Cameron and John Marshall High School, for a voter registration drive. During the visits, he talked about how important it is to vote for your leaders. Warner reminded students that they get one vote just like every other person and to get registered and vote in the next election. One of Warner's key points when talking with students was about how one vote could change an election, so it's good to use your vote to help pick the people we want running our country, state, and local community.
One vote decided 5 different elections in West Virginia, or could have decided 5 different elections that all ended in a tie this last summer. So every vote counts, it really does.
After Warner was done talking about getting registered, he had papers for all the kids who would be 18 by the next election to get registered right there. If you would like to get into your local politics, you can volunteer for a political candidate's campaign, or you could try and be an intern with congressmen, senators, or the Secretary of State. Don't be afraid to reach out to any of the local state politics if you have a real investment in the government.
John Marshall is taking a group of students on a trip to Europe. This trip isn't about having fun. It's for students to travel and share and learn, which is a beneficial way to boost academic performances. This opens a variety of doors for the future, such as career opportunities, experiences, and more. Going on this trip allows people to explore new environments, cultures, and helps deep thinking with worldwide issues, promoting an enhanced perspective of the world. JM counselor Sonia Holliday loves how it advances futures and allows students to explore.
In the realm of leaving this area, engaging somewhere else. Some students go to college and will do internships abroad because they've had this experience that kind of opens that door.
John Marshall High School has traveled with students internationally in the past, but not since COVID happened. There are currently plans to make 2-year cycles to keep international trips going for the future. This trip is currently scheduled early in June 2027 for 9 days, and exact travel dates will be determined as the travel time approaches. Green Acres Power Sport is a third-generation family-owned business. WJMH reporter Riley Wells visited and has more.
Green Acres Power Sports helps you find good parts and products at a good price for what you're looking for. The goal of the business is to make it feel beneficial and enjoyable to customers who walk in. Upon entering, you will find a variety of utility vehicles, tools, and parts. The vehicles can be used for work, fun, transportation on the road, or even on large portions of property. The ATVs and the UTV also range in size so they can be enjoyed by kids and adults. Green Acres Power Sports co-owner Stephen Tasker believes there's something for everyone at the store.
We're just going out and having fun. And we have price points that start for everybody. You know, everything from somebody that just needs something basic, kind of lower cost, clear up to the highest and the best of the best. We kind of have it all.
Green Acres Power Sports also has a wide variety of tools and parts that people need and a way to help you find exactly what you need. Employee Joe Armstrong enjoys this part of his job.
You have a full service department for the Steel, Polaris, and the Segway lines. However, a lot of our customers still prefer to work on equipment themselves, so our part sales makes up a majority of our time here.
Beyond having just a shop and workers, you will be greeted with a furry friend. Tex loves belly rubs and playing with his toys around the store. Reporting from Green Acres Power Sports in Glendale, I'm Riley Wells with WJMH Reports.
Thanks, Riley. Green Acres Power Sports is opened Monday through Friday at 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
NB Cafe is a place for you to chill and have a nice cup of joe. The cafe is more than a coffee shop. It is a community-focused establishment in downtown Wheeling known for its homemade ice cream, food, and indoor play area. New Bridge Church opened the cafe in late 2024 to create a welcoming public space. Manager Emily Rudy Ryan designed the layout and the look of the cafe before she was manager. She is proud of what the cafe has become. She applies the quote, "If not you, then who?" to everything she does as a manager. Rudy Ryan thinks the best way to keep local customers to keep coming back is the services of the baristas and the cafe give.
I think service is at the top of it, but I also think the products that we offer, we really try to make sure we're giving people the best of the best. We're not just doing this to make money, we're doing this because we want people to have something super nice and super enjoyable, something that makes them want to come work in downtown or visit the downtown area.
NB Cafe is the perfect place for you to relax, study, or to hang out with your friends or your kids. For more information, visit the cafe's website, nb.cafe, or on Facebook and Instagram at nbcafe. Again, that is nb.cafe, and on Facebook and Instagram at nbcafe.
Coming up next, Wheeling City Manager Robert Heron joins Quentin West to talk about the Wheeling Streetscape project.
WJMH Reports will be back after this quick break.
Did you know GKT offers honest legal advice at no cost? That's right. If you're injured in an accident, your consultation is free with GKT. Need help? Get help. Get GKT.
Welcome back to WJMH Reports. I'm Quentin West. The Streetscape project in Wheeling is focused on turning the streets of Wheeling into a safer and more welcoming presence to the area. Joining with us today is City Manager of Wheeling, Robert Heron. Thank you for joining with me today.
My pleasure. Thank you.
What specific steps are being taken to make downtown more accessible and pedestrian friendly?
Well, the Streetscape project started back in really 2015, 2016. It took about 8 years to plan it, but it involves new sidewalks, new curbs, ADA accessible crosswalks, as well as new pedestrian lights, new signals. It's a complete streets project. Not only does it improve pedestrian safety, but also vehicular safety. In the past, prior to the Streetscape project, the traffic signals were triggered by timers. Now they're triggered by a car pulling up to the intersection, so it moves traffic through there smoothly. You don't have to wait as long. So it's like I said, it's a complete streets project, and not only from what you see above the street, but also from a stormwater management perspective.
Now, what is the vision for the Streetscape project, and what do you hope it achieves for the community?
Well, the vision is to, make the downtown look better, and we have accomplished that. I mean, brand new sidewalks, new signals. We have planting areas, new trees, which are more conducive to the environment. The trees that we previously had were way too big and not really set up for a streetscape or an urban environment like we now have. And then ultimately the goal is to make it more business friendly, and by improving the appearance of the street itself, thus the streetscape, we believe that it will promote economic development in our downtown.
And how is this project being funded?
Well, that's a good question. So there's several sources of funding. The federal government funded about $16.5 million of the project, and that was secured through Senator Capito as well as Senator Manchin. The state of West Virginia is contributing about $16 million. The city of Wheeling contributed $2 million. So the streetscape project itself that most people see, which includes the sidewalks, the planting areas, the storm sewer, the paving, was about $35 million. But prior to that $35 million of the streetscape project beginning, there was about $15 million worth of underground infrastructure improvements that were made. The city of Wheeling replaced a water line that was installed in 1886. And then we had to do some sewer line improvements. We put in a storm sewer, and then all the private utilities, American Electric Power, Mountaineer Gas, fiber optic companies, they all made their improvements underground prior to the streetscape project beginning, and and those improvements were $15 to $20 million. So it's in excess of a $50 million project, and probably by the time it's all said and done, it's going to be about $60 million. But it came from all kinds of different funding sources.
And what role did the state or federal support play?
Well, this is a state project. Main and Market Street are old Route 2, so those right-of-ways are owned by the state of West Virginia. The cross streets are owned by the city, so it was a cooperative effort between the city and the state. And then the federal government stepped up with a very large grant to assist the project. So it's been a combination of federal, state, and city funding, but pretty much the state and federal government are pretty much into it equally, and then the city had to come up with a $2 million local match.
And How will the streetscape project not only improve safety for drivers but also pedestrians?
Well, anybody who saw the sidewalks in downtown Wheeling prior to the streetscape project beginning, they were in a bad condition. The city of Wheeling did a streetscape project back in 1980, and as you can imagine, as time goes on, things happen, sidewalks deteriorate, etc. So automatically, it is much safer to walk up and down all the streets in downtown Wheeling because the sidewalks are even. But also the pedestrian crossing lights at each intersection. Downtown Wheeling is pretty busy. So now there's state-of-the-art pedestrian lights so that when a light turns green or red, it directs you as to when you can cross and not cross. And there's a timer on it, and there's voice activated indications so that people who are impaired may have the opportunity to go through there. And then there's also ADA improvements on every single corner, which did not exist. So wheelchair, handicap accessible intersections are there now. So all in all, it's been a great improvement, not only for the motoring public, but particularly for the pedestrians.
What are some of the biggest challenges during this huge project, and how are they addressed?
Well, the biggest challenge was you're tearing up a main business district in the Upper Ohio Valley, and it was very difficult on the businesses that were in the streetscape project. So we had to make sure that their businesses were accessible. Anytime you do a project of this nature, you struggle with that, but you also struggle with parking because you've got construction vehicles, et cetera. So it was very, very challenging from a business community perspective. The city of Wheeling did come up with a little bit of an incentive program to help with lost revenue that was documented by various businesses in the downtown. And then, it was a very challenging project because it also involves stormwater management, which is what you see underground. If you have an urban environment, you have to provide for stormwater management provisions, which means that if it rains, you have to collect water and then discharge the water into a storm sewer in a rate that the storm sewer can handle it, so you don't surcharge it. So, so as a result of that, there was a very, very large storm sewer that was put in, a 60-inch storm sewer, which took a lot of time and was very, very disruptive. But thankfully, the vast majority of all that is done. Businesses are open. We're starting to see a resurgence of pedestrian traffic in downtown Wheeling. We're seeing a resurgence in interest in downtown Wheeling as a result of the beautification that's occurred. So it has been a very difficult 3 years for that business district. But as we come out of it, I'm very optimistic for the future of downtown Wheeling.
Mr. Heron, thank you for taking time out of your day to speak with us today.
Oh, my pleasure.
And sharing your insight on the Wheeling Streetscape project. We appreciate you for giving us your perspective on the project and look forward to seeing how the project turns out.
Great, thank you.
Yes. To find more information, go to wheelingwv.gov or simply look up the Streetscape project. Coming up next, we'll tell you where you can participate in a fun family event. Stay tuned to WJMH Reports for sports and entertainment news.
We rely on tractor trailers to keep our economy moving. But when a company puts profits before safety, tragedy happens. If you've been injured in a truck crash, time is critical. Contact GKT today. Need help? Get help. Get GKT.
Welcome back. We've got more news now on WJMH Reports. I'm JJ Brown.
And I'm Chevy Large.
Joining us for sports and entertainment news is WJMH anchor Quentin West.
Thanks, JJ and Chevy. The Marshall County Chamber of Commerce is always looking for ways to bring the community together. WJMH reporter Joey Evans recently attended one of these events that was hosted with this goal in mind.
For the first time ever, the Marshall County Chamber of Commerce presented Autumn on the Avenue.
People from around the county came together to bring it fun for everyone in attendance. During the event, there were games, face painting, yoga, flowers, and much more. Marshall County Chamber of Commerce Executive Director Scott Reger wants to bring people together and help out small businesses.
So we decided we'd partner up with On Track and Marshall County FRN to bring some other help some vendors and bring some activities and stuff up here on the avenue, just to help our small businesses out a little bit.
The street of Jefferson was filled with other shops selling items and fun fall-themed sales. Reger also believes that hosting this event helps bring awareness to the avenue.
It's bringing people up to the avenue here in Marshall County to help some of our small businesses. We're in this field here that actually was a business that burnt down, so we're just trying to help out the small businesses.
Also during the Autumn on the Avenue, there was the Fall Strand Theater yard sale. Tons of items were donated and bought.
The cozy fall vibes were definitely there, and so was the community of Marshall County. Reported from the studio, I'm Joey Evans, working with WJMH Reports.
Thanks, Joey. The next event hosted by the Marshall County Chamber of Commerce will be at the annual dinner at Grandview on October 9th. Grandview Park was pleased to partner with the Marshall County Relay for Life to host the 10th annual Rise and Shine 5K. This event is dedicated to cancer patients and raising money to help people. Event co-director Susie Hireman and her friend Tom Parsons started this 10 years ago as a way to raise awareness and help locals who are battling cancer. Although Tom lost his battle against cancer, Hireman carries on his legacy with the help of his wife, Tina Parsons.
As the American Cancer Society, they are out there, boots on the ground, helping cancer patients, whether it's through research, maybe getting rides for the patients to get back and forth to their treatments. Research is the biggest thing right now. The more money they have to fund research, the more cures they can find for all cancers.
This year's race had a new start and finish location as well as the most runners and walkers it has ever seen. Awards were granted to the top 3 male and female contestants. Many people helped to make this event a success. Among those that helped is the John Marshall Youth Leadership Association, which comes every year to assist runners and make it a fun event for all. The 48th annual Ogilvy Fest is being hosted at Ogilvy Park from Friday, October 3rd to Sunday, October 5th. Thousands from our community will gather at Ogilvy Park to take in Wheeling's rendition of Oktoberfest. Visitors can enjoy artisan markets, delicious foods, contests, fireworks, and much more. The Strand Theater will once again host its family, craft, and movie event. The fall's movie is Hotel Transylvania and will be held Saturday, October 25th. Along with this movie, there will also be a family fun craft for all ages to enjoy. This event is free to anyone who would like to attend, but sign-ups are required. The craft begins at 1:15 p.m. and the movie will start right after the craft at 2 p.m. For more information or to sign up, scan the QR code on your screen or visit the Strand's website at strandtheaterwv.com to sign up for the fun day. Again, that's strandtheaterwv.com. Grandview Park was geared up for a fun-filled event that brought people and pets together. The 50-50 Fetch event was part of the Grandview Park Fall Fest and was an event designed to raise money while also bringing people together. Prior to the event, participants purchased tennis balls instead of 50-50 tickets. Then at Fall Fest, Twinkie, the Happy Tales official greeter, fetched one of the numbered tennis balls and the lucky winner got half of the money proceeds raised. The 50-50 Fetch was a great way to bring fun while also giving back to the community.
Thanks, Quentin. Coming up next, we'll highlight this week's Staff Member of the Week.
Stay tuned for that and more on WJMH Reports.
Injured in an accident? Get GKT. Stressed about lost wages? Get GKT. Worried about medical bills? Get GKT. Need an attorney you can trust? Get GKT. Need help? Get help. Get GKT.
We've got more news now on WJMH Reports. I'm JJ Brown.
And I'm Chevy Large.
We're excited for this week's Staff Member of the Week, carpentry teacher Matthew Eli.
He's working at John Marshall for 3 years as the carpentry teacher. As the carpentry teacher, Eli's favorite thing about his job is teaching all the students about the type of careers that are in the construction trade.
We're a carpentry program. We're heavily, standardized with carpentry through the state, but we like to cover as much of the construction industry as we can with these guys, and hopefully they find something that they really enjoy doing, something that they could see themselves doing in the future.
Thank you, Matthew, for all your hard work.
Now, let's take a look at This Week in Pictures, brought to you by WJMH photography students. Thank you to the photography students for our Week in Pictures.
Though our show won't be back in a couple of weeks, our next production will be OVAC Volleyball Championships.
This event will take place on Saturday, October 11th. You can watch it live on WTRF.com, WTRF Facebook, and WTRF new app, WTRF Plus.
Thank you to everyone who tuned in for this week's WJMH Reports.
We'd also like to thank WLUTV and Xfinity for airing WJMH Reports.
We'll be back in a couple of weeks with more stories from around the community, right here on WLUTV. For Chevy Large, Quentin West, and everyone here at WJMH Media, I'm JJ Brown. Thanks for watching and have a great day.